Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Bristol Motor Speedway. It's where some of the greatest drivers have assembled to ever race at the last great Coliseum. You gotta be a gladiator here tonight to race around the high banks here. That concrete half mile is going to be one of the trickiest tracks we have ever raced this season. My name is Roger Muth here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network, and as you can hear, boy am I under the weather. So race fans, everybody deal with me here tonight. We will get through this race here tonight, brought to us by our friends at Greg's Pizza. Greg's Pizza is the #1 place in Tennessee to go for pizza. 2 locations is where you can find them: Johnson City, Tennessee, and how about Elizabethton, Tennessee. Always hiring and locally owned and operated businesses out there. We support those locally owned and operated businesses. Tonight's race is brought to us by our friends at Greg's Pizza. Tonight, these drivers are coming in with what is one of the toughest racetracks on the schedule. It is also the 6th race of the season. Max is the last winner at the Texas Motor Speedway, while Zach Mitchell was able to win at Watkins Glen. Chris Hammett picked up a win back at the North Wilkesboro Speedway, and Max picked up his first win of the season at the Iowa Speedway. Tony Strano was able to pick up the season opener at the Daytona International Speedway, so those are the drivers that we know are locked in just off wins. Well, when you look at the rest of the drivers that are not locked in off wins, William Ridgway, the rookie this season, he is actually sitting the first driver that does not have a win. After him, it is Jason Wells along with James Skelton, Jeffrey Souza. Those drivers are looking pretty good on points. And then you look at the drivers from Cole Day, Sean Butler, Ryan O'Donnell, Richard Murdoch just inside that cut line. And then it's DJ Anderson, who's sitting right on the bubble. So those drivers are inside. Everybody else is looking, well, in through the window, if you will. But it's just about time. It is time, my friends are telling me. Now we go down trackside here tonight for our Southern starting lineup. Southern using AI technology for your legal battles. Contact them today and get your case underway. Look at who snags the pole here tonight. It'll be truck number 62 here tonight. That'll be Greg's Pizza number 62 of Ethan Troutman. Is outside driving the 01 of Richard Murdoch. He will start second here tonight. Third will go to James Skelton. To the outside of him, it'll be the 42 of Max Terrill. Jason Wells got the alien machine here tonight. He'll start back there in 5th. Chris Hammett will start 6th in truck number 6, while Zach Mitchell just behind him in truck number 8. Joe Strano in the number 43 has a great qualifying effort here tonight. He'll go 8th on the call, while William Ridgway, truck number 39, will go 9th. Trent Potter, another great qualifying effort here in his Ford. He'll start 28th in the 10th spot. Tim Combs will start back into the 11th starting spot here tonight, while Dalton Williamson, 61, will go 12th. 13th will be Brandon Feeney in the B feed. Motorsports Feeney call number 38. And next to him will be the number 3 of Tony Strano. Sean Butler will go 15th here tonight, while Peyton Johnson will go into the 16th starting spot. Cole Day will start 17th, DJ Anderson in 18th, and head on Ryan O'Donnell back there into the 19th starting spot. Joshua Buckley, Heartbreak City for the number 13. Joshua Buckley will start 20th here tonight. 21st on the call will go to Bob Higgins. 22nd to Jeffrey Souza. Thomas Ridgway in the 03 will start 23rd. Bruce Potter in 24th. Donald Bennett way back into the 25th position. Rob Higgins, and then Josiah Millen will round out our Colorado starting lineup here tonight. 150 laps tonight, the distance here in our Greg's Pizza race here from the Bristol Motor Speedway. Getting ready. Next time by, we will drop the hammer. 27 drivers. 27 drivers have made the call here tonight. We will see which one of these drivers are able to battle for 150 laps here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Who will walk away with that t-shirt, the Stein, and a bunch of that Turn 3 merchandise? That's right. Winners tonight here at the Bristol Motor Speedway getting a prize package, a Greg's Pizza shirt, a Stein, and some Turn 3 swag also being shipped to their doors. Only to the winner tonight. So put 150 laps on the board. Here we come. This time out of Turn 4, we're going to crack the green flag and see what these boys can do. The tailgaters are green at Bristol. Great start there by the Greg's Pizza number 62, Ethan Troutman, utilizing the high line. Here he'll lead lap number 1. So lap 1 officially in the books here tonight as there they roar. His first driver that's side by side. It's Murdoch. He started on the front row, was not able to find a home to settle into just yet as he is doing the side by side battle. That's Chris Hammond to the inside of him. As Chris Hammond is able to clear that 0-1 of Murdoch. Then it goes back to Jason Wells. And, you know, Wells has picked up a win here before at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Back in 2017, he was able to pick up a win. Looking to see if he can back it up again here tonight. Richard Murdoch also has a win, so there's 2 winners right there inside the top 5 that have picked up wins here. Battle for the race lead, though. Max Terriel with a great run down on the back straightaway out of turn number 2, as he'll look to take the race lead. First race lead exchange here tonight at Bristol. That 62 of Ethan Troutman fired off real well here tonight, but now that 62 looking like it's slipping just a little bit. It lost the race lead, and now Chris Hammond is right there also, nipping on the heels. Look at Wells. Wells making the bottom side of the speedway work as the tires wear out here tonight. A lot of these drivers are going to utilize that top side around the speedway. Right now, still looking like the inside has a little bit of speed, a little bit of grip down there because he's not the only one. Trent Potter is, Joe Strano got a little loose that time off the corner. That Road Rage Accessories, number 23, started to snap it. And now it's going to go full blown. The 23 is around, and I believe that's going to take some more with him. A couple drivers down here. Peyton Johnson, Joshua Buckley, Tony Strano also involved. Early caution flag here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Started with Joe Strano going around, and then a whole bunch of other drivers down here continued to get into it. Take a look, watch the number 23 here, see what happens to Joe Strano. Zoom it out a little, there we go. He just loses it, and then the 15 of Johnson gets a little help there. I don't know if he's trying to get a piggyback ride there from Joshua Buckley or what. Let's watch what happened to the 3. So I believe the 88 of Butler gets into the back of the 15. Yeah, Johnson got a little loose, then the 88 of Butler into the back of the 15, the 3 into the back of him, and around they all go. Joshua Buckley gets collected. Ryan O'Donoghue with some damage. Right on board with Peyton Johnson. A little bit of a wild ride there for the driver out of Virginia. See, a couple of those drivers that were down there are certainly sitting down on pit road trying to get some damage fixed. Top 15 drivers here tonight have stayed out, so the running order on the left-hand side of your screen, those top 15 did not come to pit road. Everybody else has come down for at least fuel, maybe some tires. Maybe try to flip the script here early in this one. So I was just told that winter t-shirt is actually a 60-year anniversary of being in business by Greg's Pizza. How cool is that? A 60th anniversary. We talk about the Checkered Flag Auto Supply being our title sponsor here with the series. 20 years in operation for them. But how about 60 years of making pizza? And a commemorative Alan Kowicki Stein to put up on the mantle here after you pick up the W. It's a lot of cool things as we're ready to go back racing here tonight. Good start by the 42 of Max Terrell. He'll let everybody else sit in the dust. See Max run that middle lane there. A lot of the drivers you see behind him, though, going way up top here tonight. James Skelton making moves in that number 86. Got around Wells there, and then now he's going after Hammett. So you can tell the 86 here tonight has come to dance. Race leaders will come upon lap traffic. Here's Donald Bennett, had some issues on that restart. See the 31 missing a front nose piece to his number 31 here tonight. He'll go down to the apron. The rest of the race leaders will go around the top side around him. There's Joe Strano. He was involved in the last wreck, currently sitting right about the 15th position as he goes after the 99 Nicole Day. Day did not come to pit road under that caution flag, so he's still out there since the drop on the tires. Joe Strano did have to come to pit road since he was in that wreck. Had to come check the tires. They put 4 fresh ones on, cleared the fenders. Caution lights are on here, lap number 20. Brandon Feeney having something go wrong. Let's see the replay. What happened to Feeney? Got up just too high, tapped the fence line, spun it around. Let's listen to it. So Feeney brings his number 38 to pit road. And while that all happened, James Skelton was able to clear Max Terrell just by the bumper right as the caution flag came out. So it's James Skelton, Max Terrell, Jason Wells, Ethan Troutman, and Chris Hammett. That's how the top 5 are looking right now. The 88 is Sean Butler. There's the Butler. He will get his wave around. He's the lucky dog here tonight. So he'll come back onto the lead lap. He was in that first caution flag of the evening. A couple drivers will come to pit road here. Looks like Ryan O'Donoghue. It looks like the 15th and Peyton Johnson. Butler will also come down to pit road. There's one driver already sitting down on pit road. That is Joshua Buckley. Back in, we talked about that 2017 race with Jason Wells. We talked about Wells winning the race. What we didn't tell you, though, was the other driver that was involved in that race, and that was Joshua Buckley. As you see him coming back out onto the racetrack, Buckley had led 156 laps that night and lost it on the final lap of the race. You want to talk about something that has plagued a driver who has never been able to get that out of his head? That's Joshua Buckley. That's why you see in his picture he's got those pink sunglasses on. He just can't quite get it out of his head that he lost that race after leading 156 laps that night. That is heartbreaking. I probably would have sold my sim rig. So I do believe those lights they're on right now, so we should come around this time. We should get that 1 to go marker. All drivers but one are back out onto the raceway. It looks like Thomas Ridgway has not been able to bring his 03 back out onto the racetrack. So 26th right now, but with Joshua Buckley coming back out, he'll probably lose that spot. So it's probably going to put the 03 of Ridgway down to the 27th position. Unfortunately, having to leave early last week, didn't get quite the race he wanted, or didn't get the race at all, I should say. And then an early exit here tonight at Bristol. So the lights are out officially on that iRacing.com pace car. So we're racing this time out of 4. It'll be Skelton choosing the inside lane with Max Terrell choosing the outside lane. We're 25 laps officially in the books here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Tonight, the Greg's Pizza 500. Max Terrell trying to come back and take that race lead here on this restart. Tires may have cooled off for the 62 of Troutman because he had a much better restart that time in the Greg's Pizza number 62. That 62 painted up just like the Greg's Pizza machine that competed back in competition with NASCAR. And that was right here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Right now, Ethan has the Greg's Pizza machine in third. Here comes the alien. We told you he won back in 2017. Can he make his way to the front here tonight and do it again? Just can't quite clear that number 62. Caution lights on. It's the 4 machine. The state analyzer, Souza Media. Number 4, Jeffrey Souza has gone around. I told you, Bristol, one of the hardest tracks to race at. Souza lost it in front of the 23, and Joe Strano, just a little love tap, is what's going to finish off that Souza Media number 4. Watch the hands here. Just lock it down. He already lost. He locks it down, gets it under control, and, well, it'll just hurt a set of tires. Looks like the race leaders elected to stay out there. As the 4 of Souza has been to pit road after that spin, and he comes back out. So it is still going to be Skelton, Terrell, Wells, Troutman, Hammett, still your top 5 drivers. The driver who has picked up the most spots here, Mr. Consistent, I guess, if you will, if you really want to call him that, here tonight. How about Rob Higgins? There he is, the Boda, number 40 here tonight. Maybe he's trying to say he's like Ben Rhodes. Hey, they both drive a Ford. Anything can be possible. Except something tells me Rob Higgins can handle more than a bottle of wine and a beer. Probably still is going to give just about as good of an interview, though, as Ben Rhodes did this past weekend after picking up his championship in the NASCAR Truck Series. Lights are still on the iRacing.com pace car. We still have 14 drivers who have yet to come to pit road, so your top 14 have not been to pit road. A bunch of drivers towards the mid-pack to the back of the field here tonight have made multiple pit stops under these first 3 caution flags. It is lap number 33 here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. And if you're just tuning in and you're just hearing my voice for the first time, yep, you guessed it. I'm sick. I've been sick for, oh boy, I think it's about 2 weeks now. And I was just down at the dirt track at Charlotte over the past weekend. And yes, I took my germs to Charlotte. And yes, it was cold. It snowed on the way to Charlotte. It was cold. I had to put a jacket on to pump gas. I had to put a jacket on to go to the races. And then by Saturday afternoon, we were all in t-shirt and shorts at the races. The weather change was absolutely crazy, and it took a toll on my already sick immune system. So, as you can hear, we're here. We've lost a little bit of our voice. We're still sick, but we're here tonight for the Greg's Pizza 150 here at Bristol. That is back green flag racing. Skelton taking command again off that restart with the Cayman's boats, number 86. I feel like we've seen this battle back here for third raging on since the first caution flag of the evening. And it's been Wells and Troutman. They just have not figured it out. Troutman again, and then the caution flag comes out, and then they got to do it all over again. As you see those two drivers battling up here. Just behind them, that's Mitchell to the outside lane, and I believe I see a 12, but one driver's going around. Chris Hammett is to the inside. No caution flag has flown just yet, as he spun it right down to the inside wall. He got it gathered up. What happened? Watch that inside truck. That's the number 6 of Chris Hammett. This is the replay. Too low, too much right foot, and that truck spins it right around. He's going to have to get that truck moving because there's the race leader. And let me tell you, now that 6 of Chris Hammond is a half a lap down here on lap number 40. And we talked about the battle. Well, it went to Jason Wells over Ethan Troutman because now Jason Wells is sitting in P number 2. While Ethan Troutman is back there running forward. And the 12 machine is actually William Ridgway here tonight for your race fans. Anybody wondering who that number 12 machine is, that is William Ridgway. He'll be able to slide up in front of TJ Anderson. So 2 of those good wrench trucks going at it. Give it to the white and black. Josiah Millen of the Pabst Blue Ribbon Ford having some problems back here. He slid it halfway around the corner. Thought he was going to be a drift king. And then he figured out, wreck right ahead of him. The 59 of Bruce Potter, the 13 of Joshua Buckley. That will save Chris Hammett from going a lap down. I'm going to say Josh Buckley is not having a night that he would like to remember. He probably won't put this up here with his 2017 race. Race leader is coming to pit road, so Skelton will lead everybody to pit road. And while they come to pit road, what happened? That's what happened to Tony Strano. Up high, just lost it. Oh, Souza got a piece of it. And then other drivers just checking up, getting into each other. That'll be Buckley and Potter. Bring you back live. There you see James Skelton coming out of pit road. So he'll win the battle off of pit road. Some drivers, though, have elected to not come to pit road here. They will save their tires. Drivers that did come to pit road, though, or drivers that did not come to pit road, those include Jason Wells, Max Terriol, DJ Anderson, Trent Potter. Brandon Feeney came down to the last caution flag, so he'll pick up some spots here by staying out. Along with Jeffrey Souza. He did not come to pit road this time. He came down to lap number 32. Looking at it, Joshua Buckley. Remember, we talked about him having his woes here tonight. He's back down on pit road. There you see the checkered flag on display. Granny Hips, Walkers, and Canes, number 13 MA. Tonight looks like about a 26th place finish tonight. It won't be a second place. Everybody else is back out onto the raceway. Talmadge Ridgeway, the only one being shown out of the race here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway, as Buckley actually is going to come back out onto the racetrack. So your race leader of Wells and Max Terriol, they will be able to have a little bit of a buffer zone between those new tires of James Skelton. But will Skelton be able to tiptoe his ways through the tulips here tonight and get back to the race lead? Start this restart here on the back end of your race leader of Wells. Let's see if he can come up through these gears clean. Came up nice and clean through the gears, but the battle is for the race lead as at the line. Give it back to Max Terriol. He had it at the line. How about Trent Potter? Right there, car or truck number 28. Has the third position, going for second. Now Trent here tonight showing that he has cars and trucks, because he's been fast a couple of weeks here. Just has not quite have the finishes that he deserves with the series. Talked about the new tires for James Skelton. Well, look at him down around the bottom. He put on 4, so did William Ridgeway, that he is looking to try and get to. But so did Ethan Troutman. Troutman's got the Greg's Pizza number 62 Chevrolet. Sitting in the 5th spot, trying to go for more sideways out in front of him. That was DJ Anderson in truck number 51. That 51 truck looking a little loosey-goosey. Here comes 3 wide, because James Skelton went straight to the bottom side of the speedway. Threaded the needle somehow as Troutman backed out of it. So Troutman backs out of it and elects to try and battle for that position in another corner possibly. Wells, Potter, and Ridgeway as the caution lights come back on. Average of 6.5 laps here tonight of green flag competition. And I'm being told possibly Bruce Potter, truck number 59. We'll look at the 59. Oh, the 30 of Higgins got loose. Not sure if something happened out in front of Higgins. Right on board with Higgins, see what he saw. Oh, Tony Strano was sideways. Higgins backed out of it. And Bruce Potter then got in to him. Watch Tony Strano here. Got it loose. Nowhere for Bennett to go. And Higgins and Potter made a little contact. They went around. That's what put us under the caution flag once again here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. We'll take a quick step away. We'll catch our breath, rest the voice, and we'll be back here for the Greg's Pizza 500 from the Bristol Motor Speedway.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here just before the restart. Race fans taking a look over the field and who has pitted, who has not. You know who we didn't see here tonight that is here? Well, there it is. There's Tim Combs. We didn't see him earlier. And here's a little piece of information. He has yet to come to pit road. The only driver that has yet to come put on a set of tires on truck number 17. The Mountain Dew Baja Blast entry. There you see him. It's clean. And it's still got the original set of tires on that truck. So we'll see what he can do once we go back racing, surrounded by drivers all over him that have already slapped some new ones on. Ready to go as the lights are out this time. It'll be Ridgway, Skelton on the front row. Both pitted back on lap number 65. Pace cars down, away, off the racing surface. Great start by Ridgway as it looked like Skelton spun the tires a little bit. Here comes Troutman trying to get the Greg's Pizza 62 in front of him. Three wide, a little bit deeper into the field back there. I believe that's the Boda 40 of Higgins. It was the 40 of Higgins, the 51 of Anderson, and the 64 of Wells. They were 3 wide. 3 wide, and Higgins was like, are those the other cars? Lifted out of it, of course, as you can tell. Max Terriel buried way deep into the field. He came down pit road that time. Oh, Tim Combs, we just talked about him. He just put that Mountain Dew machine into the wall that time. Made it this far in the race with all the incidents that have happened, and then didn't he just go and put it up into the wall? Donald Bennett tuning in out there. He's got his truck parked down on pit road, and he goes, Roger, you sound rough. Donald, we've already explained it about 14 times since before you got here tonight. We're super under the weather, but we're here for Bristol. It's Bristol, baby. See Murdoch right now. He's under pressure. That's the 64 of Wells. See, it looks like Wells is going to utilize the fresher tires to get underneath. Wells pitted back there under that last caution flag on lap number 57 here tonight. He's trying to come through the field. He pitted on 57. Tim Combs hasn't pitted at all. Then you got Williamson who pitted on lap number 45, and you got Souza who pitted on 32. They're all right here in this group tonight. These drivers are all battling. That's a big scuffle. I saw Williamson just slid up in front of Chris Hammett. That's going to check the whole outside lane up. The momentum just absolutely got squashed. So all these battles back here from about the 10th position on back is where all these drivers are battling. Josh Buckley back on the pit road with the number 13 is, oh, Chris Hammond, hang on to her. Nope, he won't. He won't. And Rob, that's not how you can't park like that here. You can't, I'm telling you. Well, caution flag is back out for the 6th time here tonight. We saw Chris Hammond have some issues. Tried to gather it up, but that truck slid back up into oncoming traffic, blocked the racetrack, and well, you saw what happened from there. Yeah, Higgins got tapped from behind by the number 38 of Feeney. Ryan O'Donoghue, nowhere to go, also involved in that one. Watch the hands here of Higgins. He doesn't even move him, holds him steady. He's like, well, that's the ground. Yep. And they left him there. Can you believe it? They just left him there. So that's the 6th caution flag of the evening here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. And I'm telling you that it looks like a lot of drivers utilizing strategy again. Some drivers coming back down pit road. Some drivers, a lot of drivers, staying out. Drivers that did come to pit road: William Ridgway, it looks like Chris Hammond, Jeffrey Souza, Bob Higgins, Ryan O'Donoghue, Bruce Potter, Brandon Feeney, Rob Higgins, Tony Strano. All down on pit road. Drivers that look to be done here tonight: Joshua Buckley, Donald Bennett, Thomas Ridgway. Looks like their nights may be done here tonight at Bristol. Ridgway is out of the race. He's back in 27th position. Only completed 14 laps here tonight. Bennett looks like he is out, completed 52. Joshua Buckley went back out there past Bennett. He's got 53 in here. Lights are still on the iRacing.com pace car. We got to thank tonight's sponsor here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. We got to thank Greg's Pizza, located in Elizabethton, Tennessee, and Johnson City, Tennessee. 2 locations in Tennessee. Greg's Pizza doing 60 years in business in the Tennessee area. 60 years of locally owned and operated for Greg's Pizza. Coming back, ready to go. Green flag back in the air here. We're racing on lap number 79 and we're chasing James Skelton. They're chasing, but what can Troutman do? He's there, but not able to make the pass. He'll go to the outside lane, as it will be Skelton that comes back across the line first. Still interested in this number 17 on Tim Combs, who has not come to pit road. That truck still sitting 11th after all said and done so far. Drivers have been making their way through the field like Max Terriel. Sean Butler was a lap down at one point. Now you see the 88 finds himself right there in the 7th spot. He's running that Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Or actually, it's just Kellogg's. It ain't Frosted Flakes yet. It's just the Corn Flakes machine. Just behind them, Max Terriel, Richard Murdoch. They're both sitting right there. Josh Buckley has caught on tonight here tonight. The driver of truck number 13 out of his truck and out of the race. How about Joe Strano? We talked early about Strano as he had some problems. There you see the Road Rage Accessories 23. He was facing the wrong direction at one point here tonight. Now he's sitting 3rd, and he's got just about as fresh as tires. They are. Lap 45 is when he came to pit road. Lap number 57, though, for the driver that's trying to get around him. Jason Wells, who's working the bottom side. The Alien trying to get back to the front. Cole Day's been very quiet here tonight. He's sitting in the 7th running position, but Max Terriel just will get around him. Caution lights on as the 6th truck. Chris Hammond had some problems. I believe Tony Strano had some problems, maybe, possibly. I might be lying on that. So the 7th caution flag tonight. Flying. Take a look here. Oh, the 6 loses it in the middle of the corner. Nowhere for Millen to go. Ryan Donnie involved. So that was not actually the 3 of Tony Strano. That was the 15. So some drivers coming back to pit road, some drivers not. It is a dual lane pit road here tonight. So drivers having to utilize the front stretch and the back stretch. So we'll wait for everything to cycle back through, and as we do, let's rest the old vocals. We'll be back at Bristol.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24.
Well, let's cut that short because more racing action coming right here. Back to Green Flag Racing, and a great start actually by the 64 of Wells. Will take the race lead and try to run and hide as he comes down the back straight away. He ran away and hid, but not for long, because look at those other two trucks that are right there. DJ Anderson being able to stay right there along with William Ridgway, and here comes Skelton once again. Skelton came down pit road at lap number 88, so he has the fresher tires of the group. We're about to see right here how much fresher tires really matter here tonight at Bristol. And who was that in the 15 machine? Where did he come from? The Celeratus Legal. Number 15, that is Peyton Johnson. He was involved in 2 wrecks so far here tonight. And he's running 5th. Now 6th, now 5th. That's the Greg's Pizza number 62 trying to get through there. Just ahead of them, Skelton trying to get around Ridgway. As Ridgway got loose down the straightaway, he'll get through. So now Skelton into 3rd. Ridgway sitting there now trying to hold off Troutman and Johnson. Well, it looks like he's able to hold on to it right now, but Skelton's not done. He's going to go after DJ Anderson for that spot here. As DJ got a little loose that time off the corner. He saved it, but he was loose. He was facing the door of the 86 of Skelton. So now Jason Wells is going to look up and go, uh-oh, I got somebody coming with new tires. We'll continue to watch that, just like we watched this battle back here. We just talked a moment ago of Joe Strano was up in the 3rd spot. Now Strano, after that restart, has fallen back here. He did pit for tires, so he has fresher tires on the Road Rage Accessories, number 23. Over some of the drivers he is battling, Jeffrey Souza came down on lap number 74. So there is some fresher tires on the 23, so he's able to use the bottom side of the speedway. Souza gave the outside wall a little bit of a kiss that time. That Stat Analyzer number 4 looks a little loose here tonight. As you can see them all there. Max Terriel back inside the top 10, but he has a truck capable of winning here tonight. Just been trapped in traffic as the new race leader. While 1 lap ago, James Skelton did take the race lead from Wells, but we continue to watch this battle back here. A lot of trucks in this little group. Big wiggle from Murdoch. He'll lose ground on the bottom side. Dalton and Williamson up way out of the groove back there. The number 61 was in the wall that time. Got it gathered up, but lost about 5 positions. Peyton Johnson's been able to hold off those fresher tires of Joe Strano and Max Dariel. Max now goes to the bottom there. Can Max make the bottom side work to get around? Joe wasn't able to do it, but will Max be able to do it? As you see Trent Potter also getting around the number 4, the stand analyzer machine. In case you were wondering, Tim Combs did come to pit road, race fans, finally the first time back on lap 88. Now Joe goes back to the bottom. Saw Max was able to make up some ground down there, so now he goes down there. This is all the battle for the 6th, 7th, 8th. Oh, sideways. Joe, hang on to her. Joe was sideways off the corner. Peyton was sideways. Trent got sideways down the straightaway. Everybody's still out there pointing the right direction. Couple drivers that have called it a night here tonight. It looks like Chris Hammett's called it a night. Tony Strano, Joshua Buckley, Donald Bennett, and Thomas Ridgway all out of the Greg's Pizza 500 here tonight. Closing in towards the end of this one, and it's still anybody's ball game. Oh, Trent Potter. Potter around in a big one down here. Williamson involved. Johnson involved. Potter. It's the big one at Bristol. Watch it right here. Oh, Johnson got a little loose, comes down a little bit. Combs involved. Murdoch involved. Looks like the 8 of Zach Mitchell involved. Right on board with Williamson here. Richard Murdoch was involved. His toe is going to be knocked out of the adventure in Pixel 01. Sean Butler down on pit road. He'll put his tires on. He'll drop the jack on the 88. He'll get back out there. A couple drivers have come to pit road here. A couple drivers staying out. So this is interesting. James Skelton will stay out. Ethan Troutman will stay out. And Josiah Millen will stay out. Ridgway pitted on lap 116, and so did everybody else behind him. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these drivers will react here with those top 4 drivers. They haven't been on pit road since lap number, it looks like 89. So we'll see how that reacts here once we go back green flag racing. Field going to get sorted out first, and as they get sorted out, the rest of the old vocals. We'll be back at Bristol.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since update,
Well, $500,000 on the line here tonight at Bristol as we're back up through the gearboxes. Skelton says, chase me if you can. Tim Combs has very damaged. Number 17, and oh boy, hang on. Yep, that's the caution. We're watching back from the restart here. Everybody going to get stacked up behind the 17 off turn 2. So that's what brings out the caution flag here. It's right on board here with the 17 and listen.
simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
As you can see, we're lined up 2x2, ready to go back racing here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Yep, you guessed it. I still have zero voice, but hey, we're here tonight in the Greg's Pizza 500. Under 25 laps to go, we go back racing here. It'll be a good one because we got 2 tires, it's 4 tires, but 2 trucks up front here on older tires. The rest of these hungry hippos got those 4 tires tonight. Nice and easy start down on the bottom there by James Skelton. But look at those fresh tires by William Ridgway. He's right there, and he doesn't know to go to the inside, the outside. Troutman back to the race lead. Can he make the outside lane work for him, though, and drive away? Skelton using the inside and making it work so far. Very impressed that James Skelton's been able to run on the bottom side as long as he has. It'll be 21 to go. A little tap to the wall that time of Ridgway. Uh-oh. Big trouble. Back straightaway. Ridgway into the inside wall. Terriel hard into the outside wall. So 2 drivers inside the top 5 here. Gonna wreck and get taken out of this one. Take a look. They were all battling inside the top 5. Ridgway maybe comes down just a little bit. And he makes hard contact with that inside wall. Max Terra, you see him there up against the outside retaining wall. A rough one here tonight for these drivers. Tenth caution flag of the evening flying here tonight on lap number 130. Looks like Ridgway has called it an evening, so William Ridgway will call tonight. Looks like he'll probably lose 2 more positions before the end of this one. Max Terriel's down on pit road. So that's going to open things up because look at our lineup. Put that back over there on the left side for your race fans. Look where your favorite drivers are running right now. James Skelton P1. DJ Anderson 2nd. 3rd is Wells. Johnson in 4th. Strano in 5th. Day is sitting there in 6th. How about Souza from Spin to right there in the 7th spot? Mitchell. Millen, O'Donnell, your top 10 right now. A lot of drivers looking for wins there inside the top 10. Looks like James Skelton going to elect to take the outside on this restart. Chose the inside last time, now we'll choose the outside. Lights go out, so we're at 15 laps here yet tonight under green in the Greg's Pizza 500. Remember the race winner here tonight picking up a 60-year anniversary from Greg's Pizza t-shirt, along with that Alan Kowicki commemorative Stein. And heck, even we said we were going to send the winner here tonight some gifts also out of the Turn 3 studios. We're ready this time. Anderson on a little bit older tires than, Skelton on older tires than Anderson. Green flag back up. Johnson with a great restart in that number 15. Johnson the past season ran the Road to Pro Series, and here tonight trying to pick up a win with driver calibers that are, well, they could be right there in the Pro Series. Big wiggle though by Peyton, or by the 51 of DJ Anderson, as that will allow the 15 of Johnson to get around him, and now it's a three-way battle for third. That three-way battle is Cole Day, DJ Anderson, and Jason Wells. Wells looked like he's going to back out of that three-wide battle. It's still out front as James Skelton and Peyton Johnson has fallen back just a little bit. Oh, big contact pinballing. That was Tim Combs off the wall there, pinballed into the 88 and the 4. Somehow everybody all kept it going, including the 88 of Sean Butler, who was trying to take out the camera, I think, and now the 17 is going to go around. Caution lights are on as the 17 of Tim Combs goes around to bring out the 11th caution with just 10 laps to go. Everybody kind of got checked up there, milling into the back of the 17. And it looks like the motor expired. Watch the 55 of Millen right there. Just makes slight contact with the 17 right as he was trying to come back into the power. And you heard the tires just lift up and blow them off going down the straightaway.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, you wanted some amazing action. How about this? It'll be 4 laps to go here when the green flag comes back out. 4 more times of racing around this half-mile speedway. And we still have the old tires out front. That number 86 has looked fast here tonight. Can he hold on for just 4 more laps? We're about to find out because the pace car is in. And an early start there, it looked like, for the 86 as the green flag is back in the air. Does anybody have anything left in the tank for Skelton? Johnson's right there. Strano's right there. Cold Day is right there. Here comes Ethan Troutman also in the Greg's Pizza. Oh, he's really loose. That 62 got so loose, he looked at the inside wall. Popsicle sticks up in the air. Just 2 more times to go. Johnson trying to take a peek now to the inside as somebody going around. Believe wrecking for about the 90th spot back there. So the 12th caution flag of the night. Suspense. You didn't think you loved suspense this much, did you? Well, let's watch what happened to DJ Anderson. Anderson looks like he was running for about the 17th position all by myself. Yep, right there, all by himself. You can hear the tires break loose. The truck sliding, and it finds the outside wall. Bruce Potter also getting involved in that, and nowhere to go for him. We'll watch him back here again. Right there, he's already loose and sideways. So now, if you are Skelton, what are you thinking? You thought you were gonna get that white flag out there. Now you gotta line them up 2 by 2 again. Let's see what Peyton Johnson has. Maybe Joe Strano has a 2-for-1 coming here. Anything can happen here at Bristol. So this will take us past our scheduled distance here tonight of 150 laps. We will go overtime. How does overtime work? Well, overtime works like this. We have 3 attempts at a green-white checker attempt. This here will be green-white checker attempt number 1. So we'll drop the green. The next time they come around, they'll see the white, and then it's the first one back to the line here tonight will be the winner. If the white flag is displayed, the first person to the line will win. That's how overtime works. And we're doing it 3 times if we need to. And the way it looks here tonight, we might need all 3. Lights are out. So it'll be Skelton and Johnson, Strano and Day, Wells and Mitchell, Millen and Troutman. Max Terry all rebounding into the top 10 after that big wreck. We're C, here we go. Back into the restart zone. James Skelton with a huge jump that time. That'll leave Peyton Johnson and Cold Day battling for second. Joe Strano with a big power move to the inside. Will we get the white? We will. It's the final lap here tonight in the Greg's Pizza 500. Skelton looks to be clear tonight here for the win. As long as he can navigate. Turns 3 and 4, and he will do that here tonight. It'll be Peyton Johnson picking up second at the line. I do believe he did. We're looking at that battle for second and third because it was a good one. Skelton was already out and clear as he'll pick up the big W, as it'll be Skelton then Peyton Johnson. Cole Day will edge the number 23 of Joe Strano at the line. Zach Mitchell will come across in fifth, and Ethan Troutman will finish sixth. Seventh will go to Wells, and Ryan Donnie in eighth. Trent Potter in ninth, and Josiah Millen back there in the 10th position. There's the unofficial results on the left-hand side of your screen. So as James Skelton will burn it down here tonight, we'll take a quick step out. We'll be back with the Feeney Call post-race show just after this.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans of the Bristol Motor Speedway here tonight. The Greg's Pizza 500 officially in the books. After a little bit of drama here tonight, we've officially been able to figure out who's going to cross the line first, second, and third, and we have them standing by here in our Feeney Call post-race show. What do you say we kick this Feeney Call off here tonight and start it off with the driver that will pick up the big W here tonight, and he is none other than driver of the 86. How about it, James? A great finish last week. We talked to you. Now tonight, you do it even bigger.
Yeah, Roger, that was a lot of fun. That was my first race in a little while that I definitely felt like I was probably the best car or best truck out there. It's just really hard with the amount of cautions we had and knowing when to pit. I thought I was going to be a sit and duck because I know the 51, the 64, the 42 had fresher tires, about 35 laps to go, but I guess there was just enough mayhem that they could just never get the track position.
How hard is it to get into rhythms when you come to smaller tracks like this and you get a caution after a caution after a caution?
Yeah, it's definitely really hard to get the rhythm. I definitely like how we made the change where the leader does have, you can go in that restart zone because it definitely helps. Because I was always a little tentative going into 1 and 2. I know Ethan, he kept getting a really good jump on me and some other guys, so I was a little cautious because I know just practicing the truck can just break loose on you out of nowhere. So, yeah, it definitely takes about a lap or two to get in the rhythm, and I really felt like tonight you could run the top, the middle, or the bottom, and just trying to find that rhythm to what lane you want to run. Take some time.
Well, you took some time to figure it out there. You had plenty of restarts at the end. Were you worried, though, when those and that green-white checker came out? Because you did, like you said, have the older tires, and those drivers back there were all looking for their first wins.
Yeah, for sure. I just kept trying to, every time we'd go, like two to go, 1 to go, I'm just trying to look at that restart zone because it's still pretty new to me. I'm just trying to be a little bit different. I'd go really early on, I'd go in the middle, and then I go late just to get a jump on Peyton. I know Peyton's an awesome driver, and I know if he'd get beside me, it'd be really, really tough. So my goal, Richard was telling me, just get a good restart. If I get a good restart, hit my marks to 1 and 2, I should be good, because if I can just get to the bottom, I could roll.
And you rolled on to victory lane here tonight. You didn't wait so long in the season this year to go ahead and pick up your first win, so this will now lock you in. What does that mean now, as we're only halfway through the regular season?
No, it's really good. I've just had some kind of unfortunate circumstances early in the season where just haven't got the result that I wanted. So to get to pick up a win on a track I like is really good, really fun. So it means a lot.
Well, let's roll the red carpet out here and see who you got on the side of the 86 here tonight.
Yeah, I think I had Camus Boats. It's the bass boat company that I drive, so I always like supporting them. Give a shout out to our sponsor for tonight, Greg's Pizza. Thank you for coming on board. Checker Flag Auto Supply, Sim Racer Hub. You, Roger, for everything you do. Definitely check out the broadcast tonight. Glad you. I know it sounds like you're a little under the weather, so thank you for sticking around and doing the broadcast for us. All the drivers. Hopefully they had a good time, and all the fans that were watching. And see everybody next week.
Well, there you have it, your winner tonight. James Skelton will pick up the 60-year anniversary t-shirt from Greg's Pizza. He'll pick up the Alan Kowicki commemorative Stein, and along with the Turn 3 stuff, we'll see if he takes that out on the boat or if it's just a little too cold for him already this season. James Skelton, though, picking up the big win here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. How about the driver that will come across the line in second, though? Best career finish here, Peyton, with the series. That truck tonight, it got turned around, beat around, lapped down, and, well, somehow you're here.
Yeah, crazy start to it. I saw a wreck right in front of me and overreacted and spun myself out and got destroyed a little bit. Had 3 minutes of optional repairs that I got the first time, then got involved in another wreck, and another 3 minutes, just decided not to fix it that time. And track position and lucky pits kind of got me up there to the front. I know it didn't have anything for James. He was fast all night, and I was a little bit damaged, but I was just hoping that some way I could get to his outside on one of these restarts on the top side and make a run for it. But all in all, happy with the finish.
So what you're saying is that old Chevy ran like, well, an old Chevy that was beat up.
That old Chevy looked about like a 74 C10 that had flipped a few times and still was able to walk out and start it.
Man, those old square bodies, I love them. Just like tonight, love watching you out there. And, man, this truck, you got some new sponsorship out there that has helped you, get you to this point. Talk about that.
Yeah, I'm thankful for Pay to Win Setups for always being on board. And then my law firm that I started back in February, I've been trying to sponsor some league stuff and sponsoring my truck. And I think we got the race next week. So thanks to Seller Audis Legal here in Virginia for this is a home race for us. We're located in Abingdon, so just about 20 minutes from the track, and good to get a good finish at home.
Well, what do you got to say, Peyton? Because now this is going to help you in the point standings. You're one of those drivers that are not locked in because of a win, but you were sitting right there on that edge on the points.
I'm ready for Darlington. That's one of my best tracks, and driving the 87, it's going to be a wild time. So I'm hoping that I don't have to worry about points, but getting this second place finish, is going to go a long way for helping me make the playoffs on points. I had a rough start to the season, a couple bad accidents. Not my doing. iRacing got me at Wilkesboro, but we've run good since the road course, and hope keep stringing these top fives, and we'll make the playoffs one way or another.
Well, we look forward to watching you this season here, Peyton. So before we let you go, who do you got to thank? We know you thank some of those people on the side of the car, but hey, let's hear them again.
I got to thank you, of course, in Turn 3. Great broadcasting, some of the best in iRacing. Love listening to it after the races. Thank the admins. It's nice to have Buckley bring me back into this league. Ran with Buckley a long time ago. It's great to be back running with some familiar faces. I think they do a great job at running the league. And thank you to Greg's Pizza. I mean, what an amazing gift for the winner tonight. I need to come up with something creative for next week, but South Carolina is a long way away for me to go get something. So have to come up with something nice for somebody. But yeah, really thankful for everybody in the league and for what they do and for being here.
There you hear it. Peyton Johnson tonight will rattle off his first podium finish with the series. He'll come home, be number 2 after picking up 14 spots. Plus, well, being 2 laps down and in just about every wreck here tonight. Driver that will finish 3rd. He's actually able to finish a race here tonight. And, hey, Mr. Ice-T, the floor all right?
Yeah, it's fine this week. Nah, no surprise accidents in the middle of the race, so that's always good.
No surprise accidents here. We had plenty of accidents out on the racetrack, but this truck, how did it fare out there?
Got pretty lucky. Handful of accidents were in front of me, but able to stake my way through with little to no damage. So that was just my goal going into tonight. Was had struggled in practice with getting loose and hitting the wall coming off the corners. So just really wanted to try to keep it clean, and that way I didn't hurt myself at all with the damaged truck throughout the race.
Now you talk about a damaged truck, and this track here tonight, it's a short track, but how much does damage hurt these trucks?
Well, I mean, I think anytime with iRacing, whenever you get any damage, it definitely doesn't help. And with how close everyone is in the league, anything that hurts yourself, hurts your truck, hurts your speed, I just really hurt your chances to have a good finish. So that's why I always try to go into these races, especially tonight, just keeping it clean, just so I don't hurt myself and just let my speed show, or whether it's good or bad.
Well, it was good here tonight because it was good enough to come up 14 spots. Does your dirt racing background that you have here on iRacing, does that play a factor into tracks like this where you can run the bottom for a little while, then you got to move up, and then you got to be right up against the fence line?
I mean, I definitely don't. It doesn't hurt, I don't think. There's a couple of times I got into the corner a little hot and just knew how to save it. Wasn't scared or anything. Just kind of felt more natural. So I was able to save it real quick without overcorrecting, and just not lose as much speed as I could have if I may have overcorrected or hit the brakes or lifted a little bit more, put it in the wall. So yeah. Well,
you did a great job here tonight, Cole, holding on to that number 99. So what do you say? Who's on the side? Who's back home?
Well, I got to thank everyone in Discord and, Turn 3 Posse boys. Of course, as always, you up in the booth. Even, toughing out when you're a little bit under the weather. And then everyone in the league, Bristol's short track. People are going to hit each other. But, no crazy big accidents. Everyone was able to, if there was a wreck, to kind of fan out, find some space, and race with respect. There wasn't a whole lot of beating and banging, moving. It was a lot of good, hard racing.
Well, there you hear it. Cold day tonight. Race fans finishes third, just edges out Joe Strano for that final podium position. So Joe Strano finishes fourth, while Zach Mitchell finishes in fifth. The driver that will pick up the most spots here tonight, that looks like truck number 55 of Josiah Millen. He'll rattle off his first ever top 10 and picking up 17 spots to go along with it. Drivers that will want to forget this one, well, Joshua Buckley, remember we talked about back in 2017 where he lost the race in the final lap. This year, well, he'll just forget this one. Trust me, he won't have nightmares like he does that one. Tony Strano will like this one back along with Chris Hammett. He spun her around a couple times. And how about Max Darrell? He was only able to rally back for the 11th finishing position. So some drivers already looking forward to move on. And where do we go? Well, we head to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway next week on November the 13th. We'll head there in the NASCAR Next Generation Cup cars. I believe this might be one of the first times we've ever gone to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So I'm interested to see how these drivers attack that big track at Indy. So James Skelton picks up the big win here tonight. He'll lock himself into the playoffs. Everybody else still out there, still fighting and clawing. So for everybody at Greg's Pizza, everybody with Red Light Racing, along with Checkered Flag Auto Supply, I'm Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's show, even though I'm well under the weather. And until we catch you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.